Welcome back to DNA Reviews, guys. We are back live. We are here, okay? I'm so excited to be back on the live stream. We haven't been here in around 6 months. Something
Has
like
it been
that.
6 months?
It's been a while. I mean, at this table.
At the table.
Because I was graduating. I was in school and I was doing school and work, so it was just a lot
going on.
A lot of hours. And so I had no time to do YouTube. But we're back and it's full force, just like it was 6 months ago. Just pretend it didn't happen. Pretend 6 months, you know? And so we're starting out today with our review, starting with Jurassic World. And then we're going to also talk about The Boys, episode 4, and just the season overall.
Yep.
We'll talk about Miss Marvel, and then Obi-Wan, and other movie news like we usually do.
Yeah, we'll do the whole thing, guys. So we're back full force. Make sure you guys are tuning in like we usually do every week. We're going to be doing it on Saturdays every week at 4 o'clock p.m. will be our regular scheduled time on Saturdays. Saturdays at 4. So every week, guys, we'll be here to do DNAs. And we'll be consistent. So no more school for Mrs. Lair until she go get her master's degree.
No,
but
graduated
that's
now.
going to be a while. She's graduated. She got her bachelor's. We're very proud of her, Mom and I. So, all right, let's do it.
Okay, so we're starting with a review of Jurassic World, okay? So we just came out of the theater watching that movie, and, what did you think of it?
It was okay. It was good. It had its moments, had its ups and downs. Like, going into it, I already heard that the critic reviews was low for this. So I wasn't expecting a lot, but actually it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad movie. It was good. It was enjoyable, fun to watch, good nostalgia from the original cast and stuff like that. Oh, by the way, this is non-spoiler, guys.
Non-spoiler, yeah.
So yeah, it was good to see the original cast back in there and stuff like that with the new cast. And there was good jump scare areas and some good times. There was one scene, though, that threw the whole thing off. One scene. We can't talk about it right now, but there's this one scene that just threw everything out of context. But other than that, I enjoyed it. What did you think?
I thought it was fine. Like, I've never been a big Jurassic Park or Jurassic World kind of fan.
Yeah.
Like, when the movie comes out, I'm like, of course I'm going to see it in theaters because that's the only time I would see it. If it was, I would never seek out the movie.
Right.
But it is a big scale movie, so yes, I'm gonna go and watch it, on the big screen, and it was fine. It was exactly what I expected. All the cliches. My favorite person in the movie was Bryce Dallas Howard. She was good. She was good. Every scene she was in, it was top tier.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it for sure. So I liked all of her stuff. She was fine. Chris Pratt. I feel like he was underutilized. I feel like he wasn't in it as much as as he usually is. I feel like he didn't have a lot of scenes, which I'm fine with.
Well, no, what it was, they kind of spread it across to everybody, gave everybody their own core, development and storyline and different stuff. Even though for the old cast, we already knew who they were, the new ones. So I think he was in it evenly as everybody else, not less. But overall for the movie, it was good. I mean, is it worth going? Yeah, why not?
If you're a big fan of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, go watch it. I mean, it's the last one, so might as well.
If you're a Jurassic Park fan, then you got to watch it. This is the first movie Mom and I saw when we were kids back in the day as a date. So it was fun for me and Mom to go watch it again earlier today. We had a good time, and she was all nostalgic about it. It was good to watch. It was fun.
Yeah. So the
rating. What's your rating?
Oh, well, wait, before there's more.
Oh, there's more. Go ahead.
We do whole segments now.
Oh, ooh.
So, let me just
Production.
It's a production now. So, the critic reviews for this was at 35%, and the audience reviews was an 83%.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's exactly what I expected.
Yeah, that's me too, because, sometimes the critics go in there looking for, I don't know, they're going in looking for Shakespeare or something. And even sometimes when you go into a certain movie, there's certain movies that are just made for popcorn. I'm not going in there looking for logic. It's a movie about dinosaurs.
What else did you expect? The only thing that the reason why I probably would give this a lower score is because the CGI wasn't as good as it was in the previous movies.
Well, there was some practical stuff they used in here too. You could tell.
Yeah, those were good. I like it when they use the practical stuff because it's like they interact way better with the environment.
But they were stiff, actors. To me, they were stiff. But go ahead.
Yeah, but then the CGI, it looked good. But I mean, texture-wise, but they lit it horribly. The way that the the dinosaurs were lit in the scene
Yeah.
did not match the rest of the people. And I was like, this, you can tell that it's CGI.
Yeah.
Or they just kind of copy and pasted it on there. So that was like a big problem that I had, but everything else was fine.
So you get the trained eye now. You know, you film school, you got a trained eye. I went in there. The CGI was okay for me. It wasn't great.
It wasn't great.
But it was okay. Story wise, it was okay. And the critics giving it 35. Again, I don't know what they were looking for. It's a dinosaur movie,
right?
But the audience liked it because it was fun. It was a good ride.
And so now what I wanted to add to everything that we review is from Rotten Tomatoes or just like from any review source. I want to get the rotten reviews and then the fresh reviews. And then we're going to try to either like defend it or agree with them.
We're going to court.
You know, do a little court, right?
Okay.
Okay. So a rotten review from the critics. Unfortunately, the excess yet impressive special effects of the dinosaurs in action in this film overshadow this never-ending weak script. Even though your favorite characters from this franchise are back, it's still all about the dinosaurs.
That's all I want to see.
Okay, let's unpack it. Like, what else do you want? The thing is,
there wasn't enough dinosaurs in the
It wasn't enough in dinosaurs. If it was the other way around where it was more character, they would have been like, where's the dinosaurs? When I walk into a Jurassic World movie, it better be dinosaurs.
I want to see dinosaurs.
I'm not expecting a bunch of, so this critic is like, they're being too extra.
My only disappointment with this movie, to be honest with you, with the dinosaur situation was compared to the first Jurassic World, which was better, way better than this movie was. There wasn't enough people getting killed. You know what I'm saying? It was like they were afraid to kill people in this movie, you know? Hey, it's a dinosaur movie. They're taking over the world. People need to be getting killed.
That's a good point, because in part 1, I think it was. No. Maybe it was part 2. It was one of them. But no, it was part 1. Sorry. Okay. It was Jurassic World 1. The 2 kids were getting taken care of from this Yeah, servant person. Not servant, but like the secretary.
Assistant.
The assistant.
Yeah.
She wasn't even a bad guy. She was just not paying attention
And
to
she
them.
got.
Brutally murdered by a pterodactyl.
Got.
Like the scene was like a little bit too long. Okay. Got.
Okay.
So I'm confused on why they didn't do that on this movie.
They didn't pull back. They pulled back the reins.
They pulled it back.
So that's my only disappointment with this. And I am a little disappointed in the plot in the sense that it's the same old thing again. It's a corporate greed. I mean, in every one of these movies, it's corporate greed. Okay, I get it. There's corporate greed. In this movie, what I really wanted to see, forget the corporate greed. I just wanted to see dinosaurs unleashed, going wild everywhere, and we have to rein them in.
Exactly.
Okay, we got to do stuff to bring them down.
You know what they usually do, and they had stuff like that. They had scenes like that.
It did.
Okay,
it wasn't as bad as this critic is saying, though.
Yeah, right. So let's go to an audience rotten review.
Okay.
Very cheesy right away. The script was chunky and the acting was horrible. Maybe because the writing was bad, the dinosaurs were poorly animated. The first 2 were well done. This movie reminds me of Fast and Furious, but with dinosaurs.
Okay,
horrible.
Okay, bro. I don't know who you are, but that cut deep. This movie wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
This movie was not Fast Furious 9 bad. You went a little too far with that review. So it wasn't Fast Furious 9 bad. Was it clunky as far as script? Yeah, it was. There was a lot of stuff that didn't make sense in this. People got guns in their hands and they're gonna get eaten. They're not shooting dinosaurs that's about to eat you.
They want to save them, Dad.
All right, whatever. So there's a lot of plot holes in this. There's a lot of stuff where stuff's not happening, where it doesn't make sense what you're doing, but it's a movie. Yeah, it's dinosaurs, people stuff. My only thing is I wanted to see a little more terror with the dinosaurs, and that's it. So yes, there was some clunky stuff in the plot, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't say Fast 9 logic error. Complete logic error.
Dinosaurs in space kind of thing.
That's the only thing was missing.
Dinosaurs in space. If there were dinosaurs in space, then maybe I would have.
Yeah. If that got them in space somehow, then I'd have give it to you.
But yeah. Okay, so now let's do the fresh reviews from the critics
okay.
and the audience. So let's start with critics. It's not that bad.
That's that's a critic rating.
Not that bad. Wait. While Dominion
God.
is the weakest of the World trilogy, it is still better than Park 2 and 3. Great to see so many of the original actors again. The first act is not good, but once it gets back to the classic Jurassic formula, it's a lot of fun.
Nah, I have to object to the statement, Your Honor.
What do you mean?
This is definitely not better than the first 1 and 2. The 1 and 2.
No. They said that this was the weakest of the three of Jurassic World.
Okay.
But they said that it was better than Jurassic Park 2 and 3.
Oh, the original Jurassic Park 2 and 3.
Yeah, they're saying it's
I
better.
can't remember that far back. So
Yeah,
maybe it is. Maybe I can't tell. I'll give it to you, I guess. Yeah.
Off of like just not knowing. I don't know.
Just because I don't know. No challenge on this one.
No. Okay, so let's see what the audience said. Jurassic World Dominion was not at all what I expected in a great way. I laughed, I loved, and action sequences were insane. The thrills were intact. I jumped once, and there were so many nice little touches and playoffs. I'll see it at least twice more in theaters.
Yeah, bro, save your money.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't.
I mean, it was fun, but twice more?
Twice more? It wasn't that good.
Go see Maverick again.
Yeah. Go see Maverick a couple more times.
Yeah.
But
no, it wasn't worth me paying extra money. I'll see this again at home.
Maybe.
If it's on, I'm walking by. Oh, okay.
That's literally what happened the other day when Jurassic World like Part 2 I think was on. And I was like, and Desiree was watching it, and I was like,
okay, I'll watch it.
I haven't seen this in a while. I like walked by.
I have nothing to do. I don't have to do laundry right now.
It's that kind of that kind of thing. It's not.
This was good, but again, see it again. Nah, I wouldn't.
I'm
see it
good.
Again. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. There was good fun parts. I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple of thrilling parts happening. There's a couple of jump scares happening. It's worth seeing on the biggest screen you can see it on because it's Jurassic World. Mm-hmm. So I'll give him that.
Like it's fine. All right, so now we are moving on to The Boys. Oh, well, I guess we should, before we...
Gotta give our ratings.
Yes, before we move on to The Boys, let's give our ratings. I give this movie, I don't even know. I'm just going to say 5 out of 10. It's fine. Like, it's fine.
I'll give it a 6.
You give it a 6?
I give it
okay.
a 6.
Yeah, because... I honestly forgot this movie was coming out. I was like, oh, what movies are coming out for DNA? And I was like, oh, Jurassic World.
I
the last one.
Yeah, I give it a 6.
Yeah. All right, so now we're going to move on to The Boys, season 3.
Okay, I'm ready for this one.
So let me give the description of the show. The Boys season 3. Superheroes are often as popular as celebrities, as influencers, as politicians, and sometimes even as revered as gods. But that's when they're using their powers for good. What happens when superheroes go rogue and start abusing their powers? When it's the powerless against the super powerful, the boys head out on a heroic quest to expose the truth about the Seven and Vought, the multibillion-dollar conglomerate that manages the superheroes and covers up their dirty secrets based on the comic book series of the same name. So just in case you didn't know The Boys, this show has been out for 3 seasons now.
Yeah.
And I love this show to the end, okay? Yes. And I love how Amazon always takes it to 10, then 11, then 12 with its action sequences.
This season is
so
crazy.
What do you so far? What do you think of this season and then also this past episode?
Season overall, I love it. Every episode has been awesome. From episode 1 to episode 4, you're engaged. We love the characters. You want to know what's happening with Butcher and the boys. Homelander is just a psychopath. He's just a complete sociopath. Everyone's afraid of him. All the way up to this past episode where he's taking over the comp. I mean, it is a masterpiece of writing. And here's the thing about The Boys. I mean, just indulge a little bit. Even though there's a lot of gruesome stuff happening, which everybody loves, gruesome stuff.
Right.
But that's not the great part about The Boys. That's just a nice little icing on the cake.
Yeah.
What's really good about The Boys is the writing and the double stories that's going on in the background, the plotting, the scheming, how they're going to get Homelander because he's like the most powerful thing in the world.
Yeah.
And all this little secrets behind the back. I just completely love this thing. I love it.
Me too. And I really love this show because it's like, it talks about the political things that are happening in our world too. Right. And it's like, wow, if superheroes were real, this is exactly how
it would be.
would unfold, and it's like, wow, I that's what I also love about the show. And I mean, plus like the action sequences and such. And Homelander, I'm ready for that episode when he goes off. I'm ready.
When he goes rogue.
It's gonna be, because he is slowly going insane. And it's
going.
This,
He's
fully insane.
He's insane.
And the fear that I get from him when he gets on screen, I'm sorry guys, I don't know if it's maybe this is a hot take. I compare him to Darth Vader because when Darth Vader comes to the room, you just where do you go?
Where do you go? Like,
and so when Homelander accidentally overhears something, I'm like, oh my gosh, please.
when A-Train said, Homelander was like, what?
What?
Did you say?
What'd you say?
So you say?
I'm so scared.
I thought. Listen, here's why it's so great the writing with this. You don't know when Homelander is going to snap. At any moment, he can rip you in half and feel no way about it. Yeah. So it's like every time someone does something stupid, I'm like, yo, it's Homelander.
Y'all just talking like
in the building.
Yeah, okay. The scene in episode 4 when Maeve and Starlight were talking about killing him, I was like, yo, are y'all not in the same building? I got so scared of that scene, Dad.
Let's put a scene out. You come talk to me about it real quick.
Hey, so
nope.
No, I don't even want to talk to you.
I don't even want to look at you. Nope.
No. I don't even want to talk to you about anything.
I'm walking away.
Because,
la, I don't hear it. Nothing. Now, in this past episode, though, A-Train betrayed Starlight and the new kid, Starlight's ex-boyfriend, right? You saw episode 4. The new guy, Blue, whatever his name is, Blue, whatever the guy is. Homelander killed him atop the roof.
Oh my gosh! Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I fell asleep at the end of episode 4. Because I think I was watching it last night because I couldn't finish it. I didn't think I finished it. Now that I think about it.
Oh my God! Well, spoiler alert.
Okay, just go, because I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Anyway, so he gets killed. Homelander takes Starlight to the roof, and there's the kid dead on the roof, and she's like, "Oh my God!
Like, why would you do that?
Oh my God! Why did you do this?" A-Train told me everything about y'all's mutiny. Now, A-Train's smart.
A-Train, yeah.
He's smart.
I want to live. What?
You come to me to tell me to betray Homelander? I'm using this.
And the thing is, as soon as he finds out about it on his own, he's coming to everybody.
Why didn't you, I heard, this is Homelander. I heard that you caught a whisper.
Oh, this even like me saying Homelander killed.
Like, Starlight and the guy was walking in the hallway, and you were walking the other way, and I heard mutiny, and you didn't even come bring me that word.
Yeah, when it comes to Homelander, my life is on the line.
I'm telling everything. Don't tell me about Homelander.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about Homelander because I'm not keeping your secrets.
I'm not keeping it. Yeah. That's so scary.
Crazy.
I would have been so mad at Starlight. The thing is, if she was like trying to come up to me, I'd be like, why are you talking to me right now?
Don't talk to me about
like, I will fight you. Like, we're fighting. Yeah, so that's why I love this show so much, because they built up this
the
villain.
tension is real.
It's real, and it's over time, over these 3 seasons.
The guy who's playing Homelander, I forget his name right now. He's playing it perfect.
He's playing it perfectly. I don't know.
When I see his face, when he's not smiling.
Yeah.
Because his lips are so thin.
Thin.
When he's not smiling, it's like. I'd be like, oh, somebody's about to die.
Yeah,
this last episode was a good episode for sure.
And so let's look at the reviews of this. This is the show overall, because it's kind of hard to get like episode reviews. And so, of course, it's high reviews, 92%, 85%. And I still wanted to get rotten reviews to see if of course, there are some rotten reviews.
Let me hear it.
And these actually are from the most recent season. These are from season 3. So here's critics' rotten review. 3 seasons in, the gag is starting to grow a bit old. As the satire gets weaker and more toothless, and more characters view for our attention while traveling down similar roads. So they're saying that it's
the same every time.
What do you say to that?
No, it's not. Is the violence the same as far as the blood popping? Yes, the violence is that. But you're getting caught up in that. The stories are different each season. It's a growing story to trying to get Homelander. It started with the A-Train season from episode 1, season 1, when A-Train ran through Huey's girlfriend, and it's been building slowly over time. Because at that time, we didn't know Homelander. Well, I didn't know the comic book.
We didn't know Homelander. We still
complete psychopath.
People still thought of of like superheroes to be good. We didn't
Right.
know the behind the scenes
Right.
until that happened.
We've
Yeah.
built over time by knowing who is who and seeing behind the curtain, and as it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So I don't buy into that argument. Is the gross kills used in every episode? Yeah, but that's part of the boys.
Right.
That's part of the show. It's like when you used to watch Walking Dead, you had the zombies, and I realized the zombies wasn't the show.
Right.
Right? The show was the interaction of the people between themselves. The zombies was just things that were happening on the side. It's how they treated each other was the real show. How the humans keep trying to kill each other. Well, this is the same thing. The behind the scenes stuff between these people trying to catch each other and trap and work together to catch them is the show. The blood and guts, that's
just a little extra.
That's icing.
That's the icing.
That's just icing
and
on it.
I'm starting to love, I'm always loved, but I'm loving it more is Starlight. Like she's really she's staying on that path of being like, I want to be a good superhero,
Right.
but I'm a part of Vought and all these things. So yeah, I'm liking the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Not behind the scenes, but the character.
Yeah, the character
And
building.
people get too focused on the action. I'm like, okay, then the show's not for you. It's
Right.
not for you.
Right.
Let's do an audience review now. So here's a rotten review from the audience. The Boys Season 3 crosses a line of acceptability for normal people that it didn't need to take. Quite vulgar. No longer a TV series you can talk about down at the pub without someone raising an eyebrow and thinking you are somewhat weird.
I don't know what pubs you're going to. Look, the people who are watching The Boys knows what it is. It's vulgar. Okay? But just like I said in my last statement, that's a side thing. If that's what you're paying attention to, then you're not understanding the story that's happening with the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a show about trying to expose bad superheroes that everybody loves. And there's a couple of different social things in there, if you think about it, kind of going to it, where, the people who are chanting for Homeland, because when he came out with his speech and talking about this thing about, I am the master race. I don't need any of you guys.
Yeah.
So there is some social stuff going on there, but very lightly touched. It's not overdoing it, but there's a good story. So yeah, it's not something your kids should be watching.
Of course. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. I was like ranting about it the other day, and I'm like, if you can't handle it, it's not for you.
Right.
The Boys are just not for you, and you just go somewhere else with your reviews because I don't want these shows to get canceled. So bye.
Well, there's
it's
too
not
much.
for
There's
you.
too much viewers on this show.
Right. It's just so good.
Yeah, it's a good show.
And like speaking of the political, I forgot there was this one thing I wanted to talk about, and it was at the beginning with A-Train, and he was doing like this drink commercial, and that's a reference to something, right? Do you know
what is it?
The reference to? Okay, so back in 2020, when all the protests and stuff, Kendall Jenner, she did the same exact. I should show it to you. I'll show it to you another time. She did the same exact commercial, but with Pepsi. And
I remember.
Yeah, the cops and there was protesters. And the cops were like, and the protesters, and she was like, guys, stop, drink a Pepsi. Drink Pepsi. And everybody was partying. And there was a bunch of controversy being like, you cannot end this with a Pepsi. Like,
I forgot about that. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
I love how they reference that.
Yeah. No, there's some good stuff. There's some good stuff in The Boys. I love The Boys.
Okay, so now let's get to the good reviews, okay? So fresh reviews from the critics. The way The Boys captures how futile the struggle to do and be good can feel sometimes when the system in place seems like they can never be fixed for the better, gives it a certain relevance to today that frankly it'd be nice to ignore. Okay. Sorry. It's talking about how it's political. Looks pretty much what we were talking about.
Yeah. No, it's a good review because it touches again political. It's like political satire. It's going in line with what we're doing today. Some of the things that are happening. Is this how people would really act? I mean, it is. Their social and mental brain is exactly how people would act. If you raise somebody with this much power, who goes unchecked without consequence, this is how they would act. Power corrupts people all the time.
It does, and I'm just like, why would they even make a Homelander? Like, how did that even happen?
They weren't expecting it to go this bad.
Okay, so audience now. The season pulls no punches and launches itself into majestic gore. The season hits all the right notes, allowing the mind to lose itself in the escapism being provided. All elements are on point, writing, acting, and filming, which leads to a binge-worthy show and, dare I say, it a modern masterpiece.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly with that.
Yeah.
Boys is the best show on TV right now.
It is. It is.
Right
it is
now.
yeah. Okay, so now, I guess we should give a review our rating for the episode or
I'll just give you all four episodes so far. I give it a 9 out of 10.
I give it a 9 out of 10 too, because it will end up being a 10 out of 10 at the end of the season if they do it right. If they do what I need it to do.
If they finish it. There's a scene that I told Mom I wish they would do. I'll tell you right now. I hope they do a scene when Homelander just grabs somebody by the throat, squeezes in, grabs their entire skeleton, rips the skeleton out of the body, and then the skin just stays there and
falls. Yeah.
It would be such a scene.
And like hit somebody with so messed up.
I'm telling you.
But
I hope they do a scene. I told Mom that today. I said, man, I hope they do a scene like that. She says, it's coming.
And they might. I don't know.
They might do it. Anyway.
But yeah, that's a review on The Boys. We're now moving on to Miss Marvel, something a bit more light. Okay. Miss Marvel premiered on June 3rd.
Yep.
This Wednesday. And let me get the description first before we get into what we thought about it.
Okay.
So Miss Marvel, episode 1. Kamala is a superhero fan with imagination, particularly when it comes to Captain Marvel. Kamala, is it Kamala or Kamala?
It's Kamala.
Kamala feels like she doesn't fit in at school and sometimes even at home. That is until she gets superpowers like the hero she looked up to. So, what do you think of Miss Marvel?
The first episode?
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with you. What do you think of Miss Marvel?
I liked it, Dad. Stop.
I didn't say anything. I just asked for your first opinion.
I liked it, and it still did that same formula because when I compare it to Moon Knight, I'm like, it's that same like, what's going on? I have a quirky life. What's going on? Oh my gosh, I have superpowers at the end of the episode, right?
Yeah.
So, and sometimes it does get very formulaic and it gets very like repetitive, but they made sure to add in new elements that made it more interesting. Like I really like what they're doing with the graphics because she's an artist, so they're adding in that artistry. And I like the character and I like the family because it's something new. It's like we're seeing different things. Like she's from Palestine, so we're seeing that culture.
Pakistan.
Sorry?
Pakistan, right? Pakistan family.
Is it Pakistan?
Same thing. Pakistan.
Okay, Pakistan. Okay, so yes, she's from Pakistan, and they're not just doing like, oh, she's from Pakistan. Anyways, blah blah blah. You know?
Yeah.
They're using her culture in the show, and I like it.
Okay.
It's a good start.
Why are you hitting me?
Because I don't know that.
You don't know what I'm gonna say.
Okay, go.
You're coming at me. Coming at me, bro.
Okay, go.
I liked the show. Okay. I liked it for everything that you just said. I did like the cultural things they're showing us in it because it's a new cultural thing. Because it's always the same superheroes we see all the time. This is a new dynamic, whole new different background. The family's very cool. The dad's cool. You're seeing a dynamic of a family from a different background, yes, but having the same problems everybody has, right? Kids want to go out, do stuff. Dad doesn't want you to go. Mom doesn't want you to go.
Right.
All that's just family life. I do like when she talks, her imaginations
shows it. I love that.
Okay, it's a whole great thing to see. I love how they're using all of the
environment around
her to show what she's thinking.
Yeah.
And I like it. My only problem with it is it just feels like Peter Parker. Okay. It feels like Spider-Man's background. With this high school.
I don't know.
Here's the thing that for me, I'm almost tired of the geeky kid who everybody hates. Now you have superpowers and you have it's been done so many times. Could you just be a regular kid that everybody likes and you just get superpowers?
That is true.
You don't have to be super popular. You don't have to be the football player. You can just be a regular kid. Everybody likes you. They talk to you. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
But you don't have to get superpower. Why does it always have to be
the nerd?
The nerd kid. Nobody talks to you. Get made fun of. Oh, there's the mean girl.
Okay, the mean girl. Okay, that right there.
Why do we always have to do that? Though?
I agree. Because how do I even say it? There are no mean girls. It's not the way that they do it. Of course, there are mean girls. But the way that they do it in shows, it's not like that,
Right.
okay? And
Like,
it's so annoying.
It's so obviously mean.
Yes.
People who are mean don't have the whole world knowing that they're mean.
They don't,
right?
yeah.
So that's my only problem. It's just following a certain beat that I've seen so many times in different, not necessarily superhero shows, but just shows.
Yeah.
The mean girl, and then and then it's like Flash. Flash is the mean dude. Peter Parker is the nerd,
And then
he
the
becomes
nerd,
superhero.
yeah.
With Harry, it's the same trope.
It is.
That's my only problem with the show. It's using a familiar beat that has already been used before. Just do something a little different for me. The whole first episode was setting her up, which is good. It's a long form show. I think.
Yeah.
How many episodes?
It was 50 minutes, and I
How
don't
many
know.
episodes is this going to be?
I don't know. Probably 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
Probably
Okay,
short.
so it's fine. They want to set her up. Now we know by the end they're going to be trying to get after her and stuff like that. So maybe some more stuff will happen. We'll probably have to watch a whole nother episode of her building her powers, learning how to use it, and going through the steps, which is fine. I have no problem with that. I'll be along for the ride.
No, I was gonna say the same thing, because that's kind of the problem I had with Moon Knight when I first started, because I was like, okay, here we go. He's has his powers, now what's going on? And it's like, okay, we know what's gonna happen. Just give us something
My
new.
problem with Moon Knight was every time that a really cool fight scene happened, I never saw it.
Oh, Dad.
I never
Dad.
I never saw it. All I heard was, and then there's 6 guys on the ground.
Dad. And then
Even in the last episode, which you should have shown it because it's the last episode,
go off.
15 guys on the ground.
And
I'm
then
like,
the show ended. And then you want to show Jake Lockley at the end credit scene.
you
I'm
should've
like,
showed
dude,
me
show it.
You should have shown me what he did to the. If you want, okay, I didn't mind you doing that in the earlier stages, but in the last episode, I should have at least seen his skills. I think you have to hire a stuntman to do it.
Hire the stunt guy, put him in the suit.
Put him in the suit and have him do it. But I should have seen it. And so for me, it's like, Moon Knight was like,
Yeah.
So we know we're not talking about Moon Knight, but I don't want to go. I don't want to go down the same road here
Where we barely see
We're
anything.
watching 6 episodes and nothing happens. We're watching 6. I could watch Disney if I want to watch our young girl's life.
That's very
I
true.
could watch
We could watch
put
something
a
else.
Disney show and just watch that. So again, nothing against the show. I did like the first episode. Very slow. Don't recommend watching this if you took a Tylenol PM and ready to go to bed because you will fall asleep.
I know. Wow.
But you can watch it. You can watch it during the daytime. It's a good show. It's good.
It's good so far. It's the first episode. And we have some comments actually. Oh, Braylon. Braylon's in it. Hi, Braylon. And she was saying the worldly reviews are the only ones I trust. And then she was like, the nerd trope is overused. It is. It is.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. Just be I can't tell you how many times I'm like, there's more. I shouldn't say regular because that's not the right word, but it doesn't have to be a nerd. Just, hey, you're just a regular kid in school. No one's knocking the books at your hands.
I know, like
no
nobody
one's
does
spraying
that.
stuff on you. You're just walking around school, and then you get powers, right?
I don't know. But yeah, we'll see what
We'll
they
see.
do with the episode.
Yeah.
So now let's look at the reviews. This was the reviews as of like 2 days ago, I think.
The critics love this show.
95% for the critics and 83% for audience.
Okay.
Here are some rotten reviews. Oh, yeah. I don't know if Rotten Tomatoes yesterday was having like a problem, but no critic reviews were showing for Rotten. I don't know. Well, maybe it's because it's new. But for audience, we have What Was That? A teeny drama high school comedy skit. This has absolutely nothing to do with with a superhero movie or series. That's the typical Sabrina the Witch setting with stereotypical Indian parents, and it's just missing the cat. In the first half of the first episode happens absolutely nothing. And then for whatever reason, she puts on a magical MacGuffin and voila, she's a superhero.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I also agree with that. I was like, what is this thing that's on
Yeah.
her wrist and she's a superhero now? Like,
in the original comic book, she's an inhuman.
mm-hmm.
So, in the original comic book, she's an inhuman that doesn't know she's an inhuman, right? Meaning that she's a part of this race called Inhumans. And there was some explosion that happened, and then she got her powers. Well, she didn't get her powers. Her powers reawakened. She just didn't know who she was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's no Inhumans in Marvel yet,
Right.
Except for the one we saw in
Right.
human, but that's a different
Side of Marvel.
universe. There's no inhumans in this universe, right? So they didn't want to make her inhuman, so they needed to find a way to give her powers. So they decided, okay, let's just use something from her culture, a bracelet,
Yeah.
and give her powers. And I'm sure they're gonna explain how it works.
Right.
We didn't get it here. I didn't need the explanation right now of how her powers came about. And to be honest with you, everything that she did is everything that any kid would do.
Right.
If I'm 16, 17 years old and you give me a bracelet with powers, I'm gonna say I'm a superhero.
I'm superhero. I'm keeping it.
Superhero. Kids do that now without powers. They throw a cape. I'm a superhero. Right?
Yeah.
That's what kids would do. That is so. Everything that happened is logically what would happen.
Yeah.
You're just gonna start using it. But how did she activate it? Because my thing is, well, could anybody just put this on and activate it, or is it something in your family that has powers and then this unlocks that? So hopefully they explain how the bracelet works, because if anybody could use it, well, this thing could have
been used. I'm thinking you haven't seen the movie. There's this movie called Turning Red on Disney Plus. It's a Pixar movie. And the story is like she turns into this big red panda, and she's like, oh, and then her mom finds out, and her mom's like, oh yeah, that's like a thing in our family. And the daughter's like, you could have told me that. So yeah, now I think that maybe the bracelet is a family heirloom and like passed down, because like when the mom saw it, the mom was like, oh, it's nothing, you know? And so maybe the mom has powers too, or maybe her grandma did, and something like that. But I think that once she put it on, it activated that. I don't know.
We'll see where it goes.
But yeah, there's still more to come. Yes. Okay. So let's look at the positive reviews from the critics and from the audience. So it's not just Kamala's powers that make the future seem a little brighter. It's her smile. I love the actress that they chose. She fits well.
She is cool. Have you seen her on Jimmy?
No.
You need to watch her on Jimmy Fallon. She is her character.
Oh, cool.
All they did was give her words.
Oh, okay, cool. Like they found the right person.
She actually dressed up as Miss Marvel like 4 or 5 years ago. She just graduated high school. She's like 18.
She's a kid, yeah.
And so 4 or 5 years ago for Halloween, she was Miss Marvel.
Oh.
Yeah, because she's Pakistani, and that was something the first time she saw somebody in the cover who looked like her.
Right.
So she started reading that book, and she's a Miss Marvel. She's a not just a Miss Marvel fan. She's a hardcore Marvel fan.
Oh, cool.
She tells a story about when she first meets what's Spider-Man?
Tom Holland.
She lost it. And you need to watch it. It's actually pretty good. It's on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, I'll watch it because, yeah, I feel like she fits it really well. And then here's an audience review. This is a story unlike any other that Marvel has explored so far. Kind of like the comic it's based on. It is a triumph for representation, cast and crew, and the lead character is freakishly similar in real life to the character she plays. All the casting for the series is fantastic. The writing is great, the acting is on point, and the production values are top-notch. But we have come to expect that from Disney's Marvel series by now. I agree.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know if the production was top-notch, but it's good.
Well, I think I don't know if he's referring to the environment thing, like what they're doing with the CGI. I'd say that the production wise, I like that part of it.
I do really like the representation it's bringing as far as showing there's different people in the world. You know, not everything happens to certain people. Some other people.
I know, like it just give us more diversity when it comes to that kind of things. And so, what is your review on this show so far?
So for the first episode, I'll give it a 7.
I also give it a 7. I'm like, it's good. Like I have a fun time.
It piqued my interest enough where I would watch.
I'll be back.
Episode 2 for sure.
All right, so now let's move on to Obi-Wan. There are already 4 episodes in. I've been wanting to talk about this because
We will be talking spoilers because it's been out for a while.
It's been out, so we're talking spoilers, and I have a lot to rant about because I'm disappointed in Star Wars. So in the Star Wars community. But let me give you the description so far. The Jedi Master contends with the consequences of his great defeat. the downfall and corruption of his one-time friend and apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, who returned to the dark side as evil Sith Lord Darth Vader. And so, before we even start talking, I just want to go straight into the reviews.
53% from audience?
86% for the critics, 53% for the audience. So what do you think of the show, Dad?
I like the show. I think it's a great show. There's a couple of misses. I will say there's a couple of misses. But overall, the 4 episodes I've seen have been pretty good.
I love the show. I love the show. And people are making me mad because I was ranting about it yesterday. People are making me mad because a lot of people are like, where's the Clone Wars flashbacks? Why aren't we seeing enough of Hayden? Well, this might as well just call the show Leia. I'm just like, y'all, how about we just really see what's right in front of us? Right? We're getting Obi-Wan. We're getting Ian McGregor back as Obi-Wan. We're having Darth Vader. The last time we heard Darth Vader speak was part 6. I'm confused on why are we like, oh no, this show is bad. The thing is, if people keep saying that this show is bad, I don't know if they're gonna do a season 2. I don't know if they're ever gonna do a movie. It's just like, why is it 53%? Oh, they want their Clone Wars flashbacks. Oh, Hayden Christensen's not in it. He's in the suit. Let him be in the suit. Isn't that what Pedro Pascal does?
We saw him.
God.
We saw Hayden Christensen in
Episode 4. He was there.
A little hallucination
For Obi-Wan. And there's still 2 more episodes left. Maybe they'll do their Clone Wars flashbacks. Y'all just love Clone Wars so much. I haven't watched. I know I still need to watch like the rest of it. I'm not like a giant Star Wars fan.
I don't need the Clone Wars.
And the thing is, I'm so confused on why people don't love the Princess Leia stuff. I'm loving it.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you real quick. Okay, so I love the Princess Leia stuff, but it's too much.
It is?
Here's what I'm thinking. Here's why. Leia. Here's why it's too much. It's throwing off episode 4. And I'll give you the reasons why in a second. So I loved it in the first episode and the second episode. In the third episode, when Vader came out and met Obi-Wan, they should have just took Princess Leia back. She's returned. And that would have tied into why in episode 4 she says, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're the only one who can help me.
Yeah.
Makes sense. You had to have met Obi-Wan before, because why did you send R2 and C-3PO to find you? So they needed to do that, to have us know, oh, here's how she knew Obi-Wan Kenobi. Perfect. There's only 6 episodes left. We can't have 6 episodes of rescuing Leia. It can't be 6. We can't have 6 episodes of Leia being rescued for a couple of reasons. Now it's going to really throw off episode 4. Because when Vader shows up to Leia's ship, he says, you're working with the rebellion. And Leia says to him, I'm not. I'm a loyal subject of the
Empire?
The Galactic Empire, Republic, right? Well, that can't be true. You running around 9 years ago with Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Oh, so-and-so is chasing you down. You've been kidnapped. How are you going to still have loyalty to there's no way you could have a loyalty to me. And in fact, for over the past next 9 years, I need to keep my eyes on you because you know I kidnapped you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it throws off episodes 4 in the sense that Vader would already be looking at her and watching her because of what happened in this. So it should have ended in 3 and Vader should have never known about the Leia thing. It should have just been a little blip on his radar. Now it's full blown. He ain't came to this base, blew it up the same Leia.
I know. I was thinking.
Now Leia knows it's the Empire, fully flown.
Yeah.
Like it's Vader.
Yeah.
Which means the next time she sees Vader, she'll be like,
The thing is, what's so funny about that episode is that I was like, Vader had to come out of his chamber to fight. Wow.
Somebody gonna die.
Somebody gonna die.
So even though I do like they did the Leia thing, it was perfect. It should have ended in 3. They should have took her back to Alderaan when Vader and Kenobi was fighting. Okay, and that was it. There were some issues also with episode 3. After the fight with Kenobi. That's what I'm saying. I love the show, but there's some logical issues happening here.
Okay.
Another good one. kind of bust your bubble, but I gotta give it to you. And I understand why some people are not happy with the show. I'm still happy with the show. I love it, but there is some logic issues. When Kenobi and Vader were fighting, right? So Vader starts the fire, right? Drags Kenobi through the fire, back and forth, back and forth. Then Vader blows the fire out with his force powers. Like, boom,
Oh
kills
yeah.
the fire. Bring him to me. And as the stormtroopers are going to go get Obi-Wan, the girl shoots and starts the fire again. All of a sudden, Vader couldn't get through the fire to get him. He couldn't out that fire.
No.
He couldn't grab Obi-Wan from across the fire and pull him to him.
He let him go because they had to find Princess Leia. I don't know. That just let us
I hate lazy writing like that.
I know, yeah.
That was a way. How do we get him out of this? Let's just have her shoot. They could have made it less lazy. That was lazy writing. That's when someone's writing something. They don't know how to figure out how they painted themselves into a corner, and they don't know how to write out of it. So just did this. That's my only complaint about the show so far. Other than that, and the Leia being too long, it's a good show.
I think it's
You think it's all good.
I think it's all good.
You just love Leia.
I love Princess Leia. I love the Inquisitor girl. She's
good.
She's good, and then she almost killed Leia, and I was like, wow, we love black girl magic, but we went after kids. That's what I kept saying after the scene. I was like, please.
Please don't make me kill you.
I know,
that was the longest interrogation of my life.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you gonna interrogate this child? I'm gonna do it. Okay, if you don't
Because
do it,
it's a kid.
If you don't do it, I'm gonna do it this time. There's a lot of logic errors in the show, but to be honest with you, there's a lot of logic error in every Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I'm not upset about it. Because every Star Wars you watch is like, dude, why would you do that? And then the stormtroopers can't shoot for nothing.
Oh yeah, that's always been a thing. That's just Star Wars. That's just Star Wars.
They made fun of it
in Mandalorian. Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, anyway, what's your thoughts on what's your ongoing thoughts on the show? Obviously, you love it.
I really do like it, Dad. I like all the action scenes. I actually like Princess Leia. Because when I compare her and Omega, I'm like, no, Omega's garbage. But Princess Leia is a great character. I love the actress. She killed it.
She's a good actress.
She's so young and she killed it. I'm just like, what training did you get?
Yeah, she's a really good actress.
Yeah.
She is doing Princess Leia.
Yeah.
When you watch episode 4, the quick, comebacks that Carrie Fisher gives in episode 4 is the same quick comebacks this kid gives.
Yeah.
She's like quick with it. So whoever casted her casted the right person.
Casted it well.
Please wrap it up in the next episode.
Okay, hopefully, I don't know. It's episode 5's the next one, right?
Yes, please wrap that up.
They probably will. Okay.
They should actually wrap it into it. But whatever. Anyway, go ahead.
Next is the rotten reviews from the audience. Couldn't Disney just have made a series about little Leia and called it Little Leia's Unbelievable Adventures or something alike? How is this story supposed to show us something about Obi-Wan Kenobi, his pain, his way of coping with guilt, his life? The idea of this TV series as series with the title Obi-Wan Kenobi is most unfortunate. The implementation of this idea is then even appalling. The dialogue, visuals, the constant running around, even the fight scenes, really horrible. What a shame.
I'll tell you this. There's a lot to unpack. Maybe not as bad as this person is saying. But they're not 100% wrong. They're not 100% wrong. The fight scene between Obi-Wan and Vader is pretty bad.
It's supposed...
Obi-Wan is 10 years of not using the Force. Calm down. Obi-Wan hasn't used the Force in 10 years, so he's not fully engaged. He's older now. He's not as good as he used to be from 10 years ago. But what about Vader? Vader looks clunky.
But he just put the suit on. Like he's feeling out the suit. No, I feel like he just put it on. Yes, but I feel like he was healing or something for 10 years.
It's been episode 3. It's been 10 years, and he hasn't been healing for 10 years. He's been killing Jedi.
Oh yeah.
So Vader did look a little clunky, even though I like the fact that he was using one hand up against
Yeah.
two hands. is not the best. There's some compositing happening.
I didn't notice.
Yes, you did.
I didn't notice.
There's some compositing happening with the CGI. But that, for me, is not a deal breaker. Because for me, the story's more important on TV. In movies, I can't forgive it. I can't forgive bad CGI because you got a big budget.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in TV, your budget's not that big. So when I see problems like that, I don't even mention it. Doesn't even bother me because I understand you don't have the same budget as a movie. So I'm not expecting it to be as crisp as a movie.
Right.
For me, just make the story make sense, keep it logical, and have a good story. So if you do that, I'll forgive your bad CGI. So that's why for me, the CGI is not a problem. What people are saying. The fight scenes, am I feeling it? The music, am I feeling it? No. I'm not getting the charge from the music. Star Wars, when you have a fight scene and that music is playing, you get the charge.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
When you're getting that charge. There's none of that happening like that.
The Inquisitor's music is good. I like their music. And I guess they'll play the Imperial March probably at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right about the music. I like it. I like the film. I like the show. I'm defending. I gotta defend it to the end because they're gonna cancel it. They're gonna be like, Ewan, forget it. You've been waiting 50 million years for this moment.
Star Wars audiences are tough.
They are tough. They really are. So here's some fresh reviews from the critics. Oh, I did not. Did I not change this? Wait. Oh, I did not change this. Never mind. We don't have any fresh reviews from the audience. This is still. Okay, so moving on to any theories or no movie news. We're moving on to moving news. Sorry. Here we go. Lot to read, but apparently Ben Affleck is having a new movie and it's about Nike, which I'm just like, okay, like sure. Ben Affleck's upcoming Nike film has officially added several big names to its already impressive roster. Although the Amazon Studios film is currently untitled, it was previously announced that Affleck would be teaming up with his lifelong collaborator Matt Damon to star in the as yet untitled film. The pair will portray Phil Knight, Affleck, and Sony Vaccaro, Damon, the two Nike executives who took a long shot at pursuing basketball icon Michael Jordan in the mid-'80s, showcasing how a single endorsement shook the NBA, a single sneaker brand, and the entire world. Besides starring, Affleck will also be sitting in the director's chair, marking Affleck's first time that he will be directing Damon in a feature film. It has been announced via Deadline that Jason Bateman, Viola Davis, Chris Tucker, Chris Messina, Marlon Wayans, Matthew Mayer, Tom Papa, and Julius Tenen will also join the film's star-studded cast. The upcoming film started production in Los Angeles earlier this week.
Yeah, that's a good one. I definitely want to see that because I like movies that are based on historical fact. You know, Phil Knight actually approached Magic Johnson in 1981, 1980, something like that, with the same deal for Nike. Mm-hmm. At the time, Converse was the leading shoe for basketball.
Oh.
And then you had Adidas, which is made really popular with tennis players and stuff like that. And of course, hip hop made Adidas blow up. And Nike still wasn't really anything. Well, Mac Johnson with Converse because he was convinced Converse, because it was a known brand.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Nike?
Yeah.
84, in 1984, you know, when Michael Jordan comes out of college and goes into the NBA, blah, blah, blah. And he was already a star in college, right? They approached him in like 85, 86 with this deal. Hey, we're our sneaker. Now, same deal. They told Michael Jordan, look, we'll put your name on the shoe. It won't just be you're endorsing
the shoe. Yeah.
Magic Johnson's name didn't go on Converse.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was just Converse.
Yeah.
He says we're gonna put your name on the shoe. It won't just be a Nike shoe. It'll be a Jordan.
Oh.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
If Magic Johnson had taken the same deal,
it'd be called Johnson's or Magic.
It was even gonna give him shares in the company.
Oh wow.
This fool would have been so rich.
Magic's probably sitting there like.
Oh, don't question Magic Johnson.
I mean, he has his money.
So many
he's got his money, but
he owned part of the Lakers.
He's good.
Don't cry for Magic Johnson. He's fine. I'm just saying he would have more money.
Right.
Michael
Wow.
So yeah, it's I really want to see how that came to fruition. So it'd be good to watch that. It sounds like a good movie.
Yeah, and Ben Affleck and Matt Damon they're starting to
Oh
do
yeah,
movies together now,
yeah.
and
Well,
they've all
they
been good.
started up. You need to watch a movie with theirs from back in the '90s called Good Will Hunting.
Oh
That was their
yeah,
very first movie. They won an Academy Award for that.
yeah, that's what I
Really
heard.
good movie.
Yeah, that one's everyone's always say that one's
You need to
good.
watch it. I'll give you a basic premise. Matt Damon is a kid. They're both from Boston. He works at a bar, and Matt Damon is a mathematical genius,
Mm-hmm.
but he never went to college. But he works at a college, like a cleaning person. I forget what he did there. And Robin Williams is in this movie as well. One day there's this problem on the board, mathematical problem on the board. Matt Damon just solves it.
Mm.
Just walks up like, I mean, it's a great movie. And it just talks about how they try to get him to go to college. It's like, it's a good movie. It's a really well written movie, and you'll enjoy watching it. It's like 1996, 97, something like that, before you were born.
I'll watch it because they're always making good movies. I've liked all the movies that they've made together. So that's an interesting one. And then we also have another movie news, one more. Finally some stuff about Black Panther because isn't it supposed to come out like
this year?
Yeah, this year, but very soon.
I think it got pushed to the early 2023, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, got pushed. Okay, I thought it was supposed to be this year.
It was supposed to be this year, but I think it got pushed. Anyway, what's your
Oh,
news?
yeah. So the movie news is Black Panther 2 images reveal first look at Okoye and Shuri. As Black Panther Wakanda Forever's release date nears, promotional material are starting to come in. That includes some tie-in marketing images with Sprite, revealing the first look at Okoye and Shuri. The Dora Milaje leader is wearing her intricate battle outfit, while the Wakandan princess sports a purple long-sleeve top with a high collar. And
It's in November 11th.
yeah, this year I knew something in November. The promotional photos are trash. I don't know if you can see them. It's a picture of a picture. It's not even like, And this is like, it's a picture of a picture, and people are not happy with Shuri's outfit because it's very like simple. It's just like it looks like a purple jacket. Honestly, that's what it looks like. And then Okoye is in her regular, stuff. I think there's like on Okoye's outfit, I think there is like a little bit of more armor on her shoulders than usual. I can't really remember, but I mean, like, hey, it's coming out in November. Like, finally, we're getting some type of photos or something from it.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. I'm really excited to see it, man. I'm really excited to see how they're gonna navigate around the whole Chadwick Boseman thing and how they're gonna. I'm really excited to see what they do.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, I'm ready to watch it in November, definitely. Do you have any other movie news before we wrap this up?
No, nothing off the top of my head right now. Maybe next time I'll have some more for you.
Right, because we're back in business, so we're rolling. We're getting the rolling on, but we did 58 minutes. We did our hour.
Right.
Okay, because we're back on Saturdays at 4. Before we even do an outro, I want to let y'all know the next movies, the upcoming movies to look out for our reviews. June 17th is Lightyear, and June 24th is Elvis. So we'll be watching those movies and giving reviews for that.
Yeah.
So, yep. Of course, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, all of those things. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, let us know.
That's your thoughts, guys.
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking. So.
All right. We'll see y'all next time.